The Ling point, instant sciatic pain relief. Within the field of acupuncture, you should know that there are different vital points which, when worked on, provide you with a feeling of well-being and help you get rid of pain and sickness. Although a full acupuncture session generally focuses on several points, these are some of the most important ones that can help you get rid of certain types of pain. In this article, we're going to talk about the Ling point, which can provide immediate relief for sciatic pain and backaches. Learn more in the following article. Ling, a point to pay attention to. The, which means spurt bone, can be manipulated on a daily basis to treat a number of problems, most of which are related to back pain. That's why this particular point is very popular among people who have office jobs that require them to be seated at their desk all day long. This acupuncture point was discovered by Master Tung, a Chinese doctor known throughout his country for the results he was able to produce in his patients thanks to the techniques he used. He stands out from other acupuncturists because he used a small number of needles to achieve great effects. The points discovered by Master Tung were kept a family secret for several generations, until he decided to reveal them to a group of students. Now, because of that decision, we have access to their benefits. The Ling point is located in the upper part of the hand. More precisely, you can find it between your first and second metacarpals, or between your thumb and index finger, a bit above the soft section that allows your thumb to be independent from your other four fingers. If you put a finger from your other hand on this point, you find an empty space. If you work with this point correctly, it can rapidly alleviate sciatic pain and backaches. This terrible pain, which tends to be concentrated in the lower back area and down into the legs, keeps people from moving around as they normally would. In order to achieve the desired effect, the needle should be placed in the opposite Ling point. In other words, if you are experiencing pain down into your right leg, you should work with your left hand. In 75% of cases, the person feels relief within just a few minutes. This point can also be used to treat other types of back pain, as well as headaches, foot pain, menstrual cramps and Bell's palsy. It is so strong that, in the case of pregnant women, this shouldn't even be touched because it can induce labor. You can alleviate pain just by squeezing your hand. According to Ling experts, also known as Hegu, when you apply pressure to the spot between the thumb and index finger, you can calm anxiety and back pain, especially sciatic pain, as well as head and toothaches. Acupuncturists use a needle to treat this spot, but you can also make use of it by applying pressure to that area. Out of the more than 300 points on the body recognized by Chinese acupuncture, treatment involving the Ling point seems to be one of the most useful, especially for relief of spine and back pain. Although not enough studies have been carried out in order to prove whether or not this is true, traditional Asian medicine has included it as one of its favorite treatments for hundreds of years. No one knows exactly how the Ling point works. A recent study about treatments with acupuncture needles in the hands indicates that it increases blood flow, thus alleviating pain. Other research studies suggest that it increases the production of endorphins, a type of hormone known for being a natural analgesic. Acupuncturists tend to work with the Ling point as part of a personalized treatment plan for getting rid of pain, and this plan includes a number of other points throughout the body. For example, the points used with a patient suffering from an anxiety disorder are different from the ones that will work to treat menstrual cramping. However, the Ling point is most likely a common denominator in these two treatments. If you want to try working with your own Ling point, acupuncturists suggest placing one finger on the fleshy area between your opposite thumb and index finger. Put your index finger on one side of your hand and press down hard. If you do it right, it will hurt. 1 or 2 minutes may be enough, but you will start to see real benefits after 20 to 40 minutes of constant pressure. If you are unable to obtain any relief after pressing down on one hand for a while, try with the other hand. The idea is that you can perform this technique alone, whether you are at home, in the office or traveling to work on the bus. We do not recommend the use of needles without proper knowledge of the topic or without the supervision of an expert. By applying pressure to the Ling point, you will be able to minimize back and sciatic pain, as well as headaches and menstrual stomach cramps. Try to maintain pressure for 30 minutes, and don't wait until the pain is so bad that you can barely move.